Hello, beautiful friends. How are you today? I'm really excited to be here with you. How's your week going? I have not done much this week except for research how to stream and how to make my streams better for you guys. Um, so today I have a bunch of stuff that we could talk about. I have skincare and makeup and hair. But if you're not into that, I have witchy things and thrifting things. So I'm really excited to chat literally anything with you. If you see me look right here, it's because I have the chat open. It's so much easier for me to see than this chat box over here, because it's just so small in that. But anywho, did you guys notice the quality? So much better. So much better. I switched to a better mic, so hopefully it is not too loud or too quiet or anything. Oh, hello. Hi. How was work today? My mom's in the chat. How's class? How's school? She works at a school, obviously. But anywho, I have so many things we could talk about, so let me know in the chat if there's anything specific you want to chat about today. If not, good. I'm glad to hear your day went awesome. I know you're working on, my mom's working on a cute heart project for her door, where it's like positive messages. Like all the students are writing it, and I think that's really cool. But maybe I'm just an education nerd. Have they added any new messages, Mom? While she types that out. I obviously fixed the lighting, but I was able to hook up my DSLR camera, and I switched out to a better mic. So let me know if it's too quiet in the chat, if it's too loud, or if it's like distorted or anything like that. I will be happy to fix it. So if you watched on Monday, which was definitely a test stream, hopefully you can definitely see a difference, but not since I've shared it with you earlier, but excited about tomorrow. That's good. I'm excited to see what they put on there. I hope they can cover the whole door with positive messages. But anywho, I wanted to share with you guys the skincare I have on right now, and I kind of teased this on Monday, but I like my night skincare way more than my daytime. So just as a general review, I used earlier. I switched to a better mic and I turned it up a little bit, and yeah, because as much as it makes me cringe to watch myself and to just even be perceived in general, I don't like being perceived, but yet here I am. I was like, oh, I wanted to watch it to make sure that the quality was good. What could I improve? And yeah, the audio was definitely one of them. But for daily skincare, I typically start with, sorry about that, that was a bit loud. Usually I would do a toner, but I don't do a toner every day because it really dries out your skin, especially if it has like witch hazel or a specific citrusy element to it, which you're not supposed to put on your skin anyway. But usually I would do a toner. I do that a couple days, but these are kind of the things I use every single day, and hopefully it should focus a lot easier this time. Here's the serum. Ooh. It's by CeraVe. It's the Resurfacing Retinol Serum. If you are breaking out or suffering, again, the suffering thing, if you have redness that you want to help, or just want to take good care of your skin, this is really good when I'm like breaking out. I usually wear it like after wearing makeup because for some reason my skin is not happy with me the next day. And then usually, so toner, serum, then under eye, because your under eye skin is actually different than the rest of your skin, which is weird. It's just more sensitive. So usually these are like moisturizers, but a little bit better fitting for your under eye skin. And this is the one I use. it's Cetaphil Hydrating Eye Cream. If you were here on Monday, you saw that. And then I explained on Monday as well that I have a birthmark. I'm basically blushing all the time. But because of this, I am more prone, and my mom can attest to this in the chat. Yeah, perks of having your mom in the chat. Can attest to me hating sunscreen. However, because of my birthmark, I am more prone to skin cancer, so I do need to wear sun protective something. But this one is the Cetaphil Daily Moisturizer with SPF 15. This is how I cheat. This is how I get my sunscreen in every day. I make it a moisturizer. It kind of has that sunscreen smell a little bit, and that's the part that really kills me about sunscreen as a whole. But it's not nearly as bad, and it's moisturizing. It's a really good primer. Yeah. And yes, you can definitely get this all at the drugstore. So you can get this at Walmart, you can get it at Target. Basically any drugstore. I'm sure Rite Aid has it as well. A lot of the reason why I use these is because they are more affordable, but also that they are easily accessible, but they're also dermatologist recommended. Not just, you know how on toothpaste they say dentist recommended, and they just kind of use that as like a marketing tool. I've seen many dermatologists actually recommend this, and I actually found it off TikTok. But wanted to show you, I use the Cetaphil Daily Moisture, Daily Facial Cleanser, excuse me. This is for normal to oily skin, but they do have variants if you have, drier skin. And you should, exfoliate, not every day, but maybe a couple times a week. And I use the Eco Tools exfoliator. It's reusable, which is pretty much my biggest thing, and also made of recycled materials. And again, you can get all of this at Walmart, and I'm sure you can get it at most drugstores. It's obvious, but still, I don't want anybody coming after me. So, next, I wanted to show you guys my night skin routine. And you should know, with my birthmark, I gotta keep that protected. So, I usually go for the serums, and then I do the heavier. So it's kind of like your thinnest to your thickest, strongest. Serums tend to be thinner, and you should give them time to soak into your skin too. Same with toners. Toners are lighter than serums. Serums are lighter than usually a foundation or, like a moisturizer and a night cream. But this is the one I like to use at night, which is the Skin Renewing Cream Serum. Again, by CeraVe. And then I really like this one. I think if you have like oily skin, hi Eli, hello my dude, how was your day? And I'm just talking about skincare right now, but we can obviously talk about anything. I think that's the cool part of this stream, is that we can really talk about anything. I usually just like to do makeup and stuff to fill in awkward silences, but I was even thinking of doing, deleting my Pottermore account and taking all the tests with everyone. I think that could be really cool to see if it still holds up. I'm a proud Hufflepuff, by the way. But I'm afraid, as I'm getting older, am I turning more like Ravenclaw or Slytherin? I hope not. What? No. Oh, about the Slytherin? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, am I just too emo to be a Hufflepuff? I don't know. I love being a Hufflepuff, though. I'm very proud. But yeah, I'm cool to talk about literally anything. As I was saying, I just do makeup to kill time and fill awkward silences. But I have some cool stuff I want to show you guys later in the stream that I thrifted. Oh yes, I love them. The day was long. I'm sorry. Well, remember Friday's right around the corner. And I'm sure tomorrow will be better. Anywho, love this, by the way. That's what it's actually called, the CeraVe Night Cream. If you struggle with oily skin, I feel like this is awesome. I don't know. I have combo skin. Anywho. But yeah, so that's kind of the skincare stuff I do. But I was thinking about, things we could chat about. And I don't always want it to be skincare, makeup, and all that stuff, though I love it. I still want to talk about thrifting and like witchy things and like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I just watched all of the Lord of the Rings for the first time. I know, I'm 23 and I waited this long. Well, the guys, I have to say, the Nazgul, like, would give me nightmares. I tried to watch it years ago when I was much younger, but the hooded figures, the Nazgul, would give me nightmares. I got I don't even know, an hour into the first one. Yeah. You haven't seen them either? Okay, well, I'm glad we were in solidarity until this past weekend. You should definitely watch them. They're very cool. I watched them with my boyfriend Cole, and he kept pointing out everything that was different in the book. He's like, yeah, that was different in the book, and explain how it was in the book, because he's listened to all the audiobooks. And I think after I re-listen to the Twilight Saga and Harry Potter Saga, that one's next. Anywho, what did I thrift? Oh, Jeepers Creepers, I thrifted. Okay. If you do go thrifting, please be safe. I've gone thrifting maybe 5 times within the last year, which is really depressing. But definitely support your local thrift shops. Anywho, what shall we start with? Oh, I know what you guys will love. So this is my little buddy. It's a little goose. How cute is he? I'm using his little candle holder. Of course he would. I know, that's literally cool. But I use it as a little candle holder. And the cool story behind this little goose is, one, I think he matches my thrifted cookie jar that's also a goose. It has a blue bow tie. But he is a little broken on the bottom. I mean, aren't we all? We're all just a little broken. Doesn't mean we don't deserve love and a good, nice home and people that care about us. But I don't think she scanned this. There was not a price tag on this. So I think I got this for free. Because I don't think she cared. She was just like... I was like, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm using him as a little candle holder, which is pretty metal in my opinion. His name is Philip, and if you know me, I name everything Philip. Don't ask me why. Yes, he goes with my big goose. I believe my cookie jar was still doing good with cookies until today. Which, I need to stop that. I guess we're gonna go into this. So, I got this. Whoa, almost like a chalice of some sort. Of course his name is Philip. Right. I got this for literally $2 at Goodwill. And here's why I was looking for one. I almost got one that was $5, but I thought that this would be, I don't know, cuter on my shelf, because it actually stood by itself rather than just laid. But I got it to make moon water. For those who don't know what moon water is, thank you, it is pretty, isn't it? For those who don't know what moon water is, I'll give you a general overview. Pretty much you take filtered water, and this next part is optional. You can put a crystal in it, to ground it or protective. A couple that I could recommend to you would be clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst. Really great for purifying and setting your intention with that. You take the filtered water and potentially your crystal if you want to do that. You set it out, let it get charged by the moon, and then you bring it in before the sun comes up. Just leave it out for a little bit and then go bring it in. I would pay attention to the moon phases because unless you just want like general protection, I would pay attention to the moon phases because each moon phase has a different meaning and could have an effect on your moon water and amplify whatever you're wanting to use it for. A couple uses of moon water is to put it in manifest there. It's good for drinking. A lot of people drink it. That's why it's filtered water, so make sure your crystal's clean. And I know that people also bathe in it. Like they take it and put it in their bath. And that is pretty cool. And that kind of leads nicely into these because I would like to make my moon water in that. How cool would that be? Because you can put herbs in it and everything afterwards too. So like you take your moon water, you can put a couple drops of whichever oil you want, whichever herbs you want, mix it together, and then you have your own type of moon water, which is cool. Which leads me into, I can never remember full moon nights. I always forget them too. I think I have a couple of apps on my phone that has like the moon phases. Cause usually like a new moon is great for starting something. A full moon is great for like healing and wrapping things up and is very powerful for manifesting things. So if you want to start a new project, pay attention to the moon phases. I saw a saying recently, sorry if it's distorted right there. Let me know if the sound is okay in the chat. But I saw a TikTok recently. I watch a lot of TikToks, I guess. That pretty much millionaires don't pay attention to astrology, but billionaires do. I thought that was interesting. I don't know how true that is, but I think it's kind of cool. Anywho, so you make your moon water, right? I found these! How cute are they? I got them for 69 cents each. That was $2, by the way. 69 cents! It's so cute. It's like sea glass almost. I really like them. Use them to store moon water. If you ever do make moon water, the one thing I would be wary of is if you do something like this is the cork. You don't want it leaking or rotting or anything like that, so pay attention. But yeah, so I thrifted those, and I thrifted two more things. Those are cool looking, right? Right? Aren't they cool? But I have one that's even cooler, and it's this one. This looks like something like out of like 2004 probably. But I love it. I think it's cool. I think my mom actually has a bottle similar to this somewhere. And I didn't recognize until earlier that there's literally still like oil in this, so I'm gonna have to clear that out and cleanse it. But isn't it pretty? I love that. I think the last thing and the most boring thing, that was a cool one, that I thrifted was a candle holder. It's actually really nice, and I got it for $1. That being said though, you always want to have a tester candle with you because this only works for like 4 of my candles, and I have a lot of candles, so. Okay, so that's pretty much what, okay, this kind of leads into another thing I wanted to start doing. So, something I wanted to start doing, I guess we're into our more witchy, fun, spooky segments, because believe it or not, thrift stores and Goodwill has a lot of witchy things. That's cool. Have you guys ever found anything like really cool at a Goodwill? Like I found this bag that was made in Italy and like is really nice. It's almost like a briefcase and it's like a rose gold. And I got it for $4. I was like, sold. So let me know if you guys have found anything cool uh, while thrifting. But anywho, leading into the next. Oh, Eli, we'll have to go. We'll have to go sometime after the pandemic. Once I can, finally see other people again in person, we can definitely go. There's a lot of other cool thrift stores that are local. So once you're back in Indiana, I can show you around those ones too. Or I can come visit Vermont and we could go thrifting, which would be a dream. I swear I live off Goodwill. Okay. I also wanted to teach you guys a little about herbs and kind of their purposes. Whether you want to use them for witchy purposes or not, that's totally up to you. But these are still kind of like the intentions and purposes behind them. Like if you want to make a really cool like bath mixture and take a bath in these, you can. Not all of them, of course, but a couple of them I'm going to show you would be awesome too, especially if you are struggling. Yes, Goodwill is amazing, isn't it? Like, you can find the coolest stuff there that's been neglected. Like, I'm gonna bring Philip back for this, but look at him. Like, he's so cute, and he's like obviously been neglected. But again, just because things are broken doesn't mean they don't deserve love and a happy home. And so, Philip has a happy home now. So, I figured I would teach you guys about a couple of herbs today. And I thrifted this cute little container. It's a little glass thing. And it's where I'm keeping my roses. I'm keeping my roses in it. Which you guys can probably put together what roses are used for. Love, healthy relationships, protection, healing, all of that. So if you ever want to make a bath with some of these, go for it. Or if you're making spell jars or anything like that too, it's important to know what they are. So I'm going to save this one probably for last because it's probably my favorite. But another favorite of mine is chamomile. How cute is that? I love using these because it's really good for promoting love and health and protection and clarity. I love it. You can mix that with roses and lavender, mix it up and put it into your... Oh, thanks for the follow, Brandon. Hi. You can put them into your bath, especially after a long day of work or just really a day where maybe the intrusive thoughts are just way too much. Treat yourself. Go get yourself a piece of chocolate. Make yourself a nice drink. Light a candle and take a bath. You can shower afterwards to get all the grime off. Don't worry about it. You can do it. But chamomile, perfect for that. A really happy herb. But I don't ever want to teach anybody about herbs without also explaining salt. Salt has been used in so many religions, and so while we might dive, just as a disclaimer, into some spirituality here, I'm not really going to touch on any religions because I respect all of them. Whatever you want to believe is what you believe. But I do believe that, like, no matter your religion, you can be into spiritual stuff. But anywho, black salt. Salt overall is really great for protection. I wouldn't really do anything spiritual without it. It's just really good for protecting yourself. The white salt is kind of your basic protection. Your pink Himalayan sea salt. You cook with some of these things. And there's meanings to them, and I think that's why it's so cool that we can chat about them. Yes, it does make good tea. But I think it's important that we chat about these because you use them all the time, and they're probably affecting you. I know, it's weird to think about. That's why actually kitchen witches are called a thing. So, you never know. But pink salt is specifically for, like, love and healing and protection in that kind of sense. But my favorite is probably black salt. It's probably the heavy duty salt. The heavy duty salt. It's really for banishing negativity. Banishing negative entities, just getting it. Nope. Out of here. So if you're struggling maybe a lot with negativity, black salt might be your friend. Because you never know, man. It's always helpful to keep that around. Now, lastly, for the last herb of the day, I started off with 3 today. We'll probably just do 1 in future ones, but I started off with 3 good ones so we could start strong. They're all pretty good. I don't know if I own like any negative herbs. I don't work in hexes and curses and blech. No thank you. That's not me, sweet tea. But lavender. Lavender is great for calmness and peace and sleep. Specifically, if you are struggling mentally, I just love the smell. If you are struggling mentally with anxiety, insomnia, even depression, it helps provide mental clarity. So again, if you're not really into spirituality that much, these herbs still have a purpose. And so if you're ever like really stressed after a day of work, I recommend, a lavender candle, or, take a bath with a couple of these herbs. Make sure you have like a strainer or something though. Don't clog your drains. But definitely be aware of those things, light a lavender candle. If you feel really like heavy and down and you want to do a smudging or a cleansing, get some lavender and light it, and obviously say your protection prayer or chant or whatever you want to do. But you can use a lavender smudge. So that's it. Yes, if you have headaches, if you're into like the third eye, it's supposed to really help your third eye, but it really helps with issues regarding the head, so mental health, sleep, drained, if you feel drained. Yeah, pretty much you could make spell jars and keep them by your bedside. If you're struggling with that, I would emphasize on your use of lavender. So yeah, that's the herbs of today that I wanted to share with you and give you some info about. And that's why I've thrifted and kind of why I've thrifted. Because I have a whole witchy thing over on this side of me, which is opposite for you guys. But for real though, I would be happy to show you more if you have more questions or want to know more. Okay, so we checked that off. I wanted to let you know that I'm probably going to stream until 6:30. We'll probably keep it to an hour. That way we can just how's your week going? I haven't really done a whole lot this week, other than really try to set up the stream. Hopefully you see that's much better. I know I keep saying that, but my goodness, I feel so much better. Before I get into some makeup, oh, by the way, speaking of lavender, before I do that, this is a white sage and lavender candle. Now, I do not recommend using, all I do is work. Keep losing audio. I think it's the website though. The audio is reading good on my end, so let me know if everybody's losing audio or if you continue to. That way I can maybe make adjustments. Also, if you ever hear my dogs in the background, I have 3 rescue dogs, as I've said on Monday, and my boyfriend just got home from work. How is work going for you, Eli? How's Vermont? I assume it would be beautiful. I have like a crush on Vermont. I'm sure it's lovely. Yeah, Freddie's in the background. He was the one barking on Monday too. I haven't really heard Bowie. Cole probably doesn't even remember me. Of course he does, Eli. He definitely does. And I mean that in a good way. I don't want that coming across like, oh yeah, he definitely remembers you. But like, he remembers you. He cares about you. If you have a crush on Vermont, you can have it right now. We do miss you, Eli. I wish this pandemic would just be over so we could all get together again. I miss it. I miss seeing people. But I do have a crush on Vermont. It's beautiful from what I've seen. I've been there a time or two, but... Oh, hi, Freddie. No, Freddie. My dog just busted in. Okay. I'm sorry, Eli. Sad reacts only. F in the chat for Eli. Oh, okay. So, I did want to talk about a couple of hair and makeup things. If you have chapped lips because it's this time of year, I'm not endorsed by this. I got sucked down chapstick TikTok, yes it exists, for like 3 hours watching just reviews on like lip balms. And by 3 hours, it wasn't like during the day. I mean, like, I was up until like 3 a.m. watching this. The Mango Kiss, I have the Yum Berry one. You can get it for like $2 at Walmart, and it's supposed to be not only good for protecting your lips, but good at taking care of them. And their badges are hefty. Cruelty-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, fair trade, recycled materials. That's awesome. I'll be okay, just gotta buck up. No, it's okay to be to miss home and like be upset and stuff. I don't blame you. Homesickness is totally normal. Especially like in this situation. It's a lot to handle, and you're very strong. I did fall down the TikTok rabbit hole. But yeah, don't be down on yourself, Eli. You're very strong, and like it'll get better. Oh, hair stuff. If you have curly hair, like me, I thought it'd be really helpful if I just recommended a couple of products. Obviously, again, not sponsored. If that wasn't obvious, I just feel like I have to say this. But yeah, my hair's not doing what it's supposed to be doing today. It has a mind of its own, though. Most people with curly hair could probably agree. We love you, Eli. So a couple of hair things. I think I'm just gonna start off and just run through this real quick. So if you want like an oil that helps your hair grow, the As I Am castor oil. I also did not do this to the bottle. The bottle was like this. Let me just say that. It was just weirdly dented. I don't know why. I definitely bought it like that. I don't know why I didn't reach for another one. But you know what? Again, just because something's broken doesn't mean it doesn't deserve a good home. Or just weirdly shaped. If you're wanting to grow your hair, I found that this is helpful because it has castor oil in it. And there are complaints in the reviews saying, oh, it's more water than castor oil. If you have low porosity, meaning like hair kind of like mine, I have 3A, I believe, low porosity hair, which means you need products that are more water based, less heavy, that work with your hair. If you need stuff like that, I find that to be very helpful. If you're not trying to grow your hair and just trying to take care of it, I really like the Argan Oil of Morocco. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go. It's a healing dry oil. Don't use too much of it. It smells good. It's tempting, but don't do it. You don't want to be a Grady's ball on like your day 2 hair. Conditioners that are really helpful. I'm trying to grow my hair out. As you can see, it's in the weird in-between phase. We love it, but I've always loved The Way to Grow by Not Your Mother. when I'm trying to grow my hair out. I've used that since high school. And then if you want, this is the Noodle Head Condition Your Curls. You can get this at Sally's. Most of these you can get at Walmart or Target or, you know, regular drugstore. But, yeah. That one you need to get at Sally's. It's $7 though, I think. Something like that. Probably under 10. So that was conditioners and oils, general everyday use stuff. These are my tried and true. If you have 3A hair, this is probably gonna work really well for you. Whether you're a girl or a guy, whatever, it can be helpful if you have curly hair. Help tame it. This is the Flexible Style line by Paul Mitchell. This is a gel, this is a mousse. This was $14. I believe this was like $16. Maybe. That is on the pricier side, but it lasts a long time. I think this is like my second or third bottle since my sophomore year of high school, and I'm 23. So those are awesome. And other recommendations, I guess. Again, with the Noodle Head Beyond the Zone spray. Affordable, but you'll need to get it at Sally's. Sorry, it's not focusing. Focus for me. Focus. There we go. There you go. Now you can see it. And then I would not use a whole lot of this if your hair is like mine, because especially if you're already putting all of that already in, use a little bit, like a little boop, not even a dime size, smaller than a dime. I really like it though. The Multicultural Curls by Miss Jessie's. It is a bit pricier. I believe this was like $21. So if I had to go between them, I'd probably just go with this. But I do like it. I think it does give some definition to your hair. And my last two. See? I'm trying to wrap it up for you guys. My last two recommendations. This is another tried and true. It's the Red King Curvaceous Ringlet Curl Memory Complex. Pretty much like a curl cream. So I would not use both of these at the same time. This one was $19. I still have the price tag on it. So it really gives definition to your curls though. I've had that probably since high school too. Now, if you are a greaseball on day 2 or day 3 hair, I have found this to be a really, really good for curly hair. It's also for thick hair, but for curly hair, dry shampoo. If you have curly hair, you should not be using a spray. Dry shampoo most of the time, because you can, but I would avoid it more because it's not going to do anything for your curls and it can cause buildup. I love this one by Waterless. I honestly love it even as just a mousse. Sometimes my hair looks even better when I use it. But it's a foam. It's a dry shampoo foam. So that's helpful. Skincare genius. Thank you. I try to have the big brain when it comes to all this stuff. But sometimes I don't. It took years of trial and error for like all of those and lots of research. But anywho, so we can chat about anything now. I've kind of showed you guys all I wanted to other than like makeup and stuff. But I did grab a couple of palettes. Yes, years. Yeah, literal years of trial and error of products and research. And yeah, a lot of hairdressers and estheticians are often surprised of how much I know, because I'm on their level when I talk to them about like ever getting my hair done or something. They're like, I break it down to the color molecules and like the strands and what works and what doesn't. So I find that to be an honor that I usually surprise them with how much I know. I usually get asked if I'm a hairdresser, and I'm not. I did look into cosmetology at one point, but I think my calling was just elsewhere. But I really respect people who do go through with it. I think that's so cool. But anywho. And many bottles of products. Meanwhile, I look the same, exact same as I did in high school. See, I appreciate that though, because I have been a chameleon, I feel. I kind of like it, but I feel like I've been a chameleon, like, probably since high school. Like, I've changed my hair, my aesthetic, my look, like, all the time. Like, there are things that I've stayed true, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes I have whiplash. I'm like, okay, this is who I am now. But, I mean, the core stuff stays the same, be nice to everybody, love everybody. That's all still there. I'm probably gonna get started on the makeup stuff, so we can chat while I do that. I might give tips here and there to fill silences so you don't have to feel awkward. But yeah, but again, as I was saying earlier, we can chat about anything. Like Harry Potter, I've been kind of obsessed with watching series from my childhood a lot. Like, Harry Potter played a really fundamental role in who I was growing up. Had a really big impact on me. And even my familial relationships. Like, it was a big thing between me and my mom. My mom had Harry Potter. She's like building a Harry Potter sleeve right now. Which I can also show you guys my tattoos anytime you want to see them. If you ever want, like, a tattoo tour, just remind me to wear shorts because I have one on my leg. But yeah, I've been watching, like, I said this on Monday, but I need to reiterate. I have been watching Twilight and reading the Twilight audiobooks. Now, let me be clear before you cringe, because I cringe too. It's like a junk food. Do not idolize these relationships. Maybe I did when I was like 12, 10, 11, when they first came out, but like, do not idolize these relationships. They are toxic and unhealthy. But you just can't help but eat it up and love it. Do you guys have any series like that? Regular Show. Oh, I love Regular Show. I went through watching Adventure Time all the way through again. However, on Hulu, they don't have like the final like big episode where they fight Glob and everything. Yeah, I need to actually watch all that. Dragon Ball Z. I never really I got into anime. I love that this is where it's going. I got into anime. I've already primed my skin, by the way, with moisturizer. I got into anime such as, like, oh god, I even watched One Piece. I watched that one this past year, but like my first ones were like Fruit Basket and Vampire Knight. I watched Psycho Pass, a bunch of them. But for some reason, you would think that Dragon Ball Z would be like a higher one for me, and I haven't seen it. Not yet, anyway. Maybe I'll have to watch it. I'll have to check it. But Regular Show, I miss Regular Show so much. I might look a little bit like a ghost, but don't worry about it. It'll blend, don't worry. What was I saying? You wouldn't watch it. I didn't care for the animation style at the time. Now that I've seen like older animes such as One Piece and stuff like that, I don't mind it as much anymore. And I think I would probably appreciate the plot line more now. But yeah, I used to be like really big into anime, especially Fruits Basket. That was my first one. And you can blame my cousin. She got me hooked on it when I was literally 9 years old. But I used to binge animes in high school. I'd watch them in like a day or two. And not now. Not now. I'll watch them and like I'll watch it now. I was talking about back then. Back then I didn't care for like the art style. But like I said, now I'm sure I would understand the plot and like the plot a lot more. But yeah. So I have been looking at getting a computer, like an actual desktop, because I want to stream some games. That's why I was talking to you earlier, Eli, about games. Is there any games you guys would like to see? Like, enjoy watching? Like, I'm saying like way too much. Stop it. Way too much. But I will say one of them I'm going to definitely stream. If I stream any game, is going to be Wizard 101. Listen, Linda. I stan Wizard 101. It is my childhood, and I get addicted. I go through phases. Where Among Us. Heck yeah, we can do that. Oh my god, imagine our entire group, Eli, streaming Among Us. Oh my god, we'd have to get K Money. We would. We'd have to get her. That'd be so fun. I am a little concerned though with that because of their stream, like, viewers being down. But I mean, who cares? I'm not really doing this for views or anything. I'm just doing this to hang out with people because I'm lonely because of the pandemic. But I also don't want it to be like awkwardly silent, so that's why I'm doing my makeup as well. We haven't done that in so long. Yes, I know. I don't play Mario Teaches. Cole, get out of here. Well, maybe we could get my mom in it too, Eli, and teach her how to play. K Money can play, so you can play, Mom. And now I feel like I have to play that, Cole, just because you, like, trolled me. I wish I had my mirror over here. I did not put it over here, and I should have. You don't get it. Well, that's because you haven't played it with anybody. I feel like it's a learn as you go kind of thing, and then once you know it, it's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. But yeah, we haven't done that in so long. I don't know why. There was one time, like, I thought we were going to, and then when we looked at the chat, I think it must have just been a glitch. Oop, I dropped that. Must have just been a glitch or something. But, like, Cole and I looked to see if anybody was on the Discord, and, like, didn't see anybody, so we're like, okay, well, we'll join when we see people on, I guess. And then nobody joined. But I don't think you and Kaylin saw us, so it was just weird. Porcelain, because I'm pale. It fits with my Twilight theme. Vampires. Huh? No? Okay. Oh, you should, by the way, Cole, Eli really misses you and thinks that you don't think he, like, exists. Concealer. We'll do concealer. AKA war paint. We'll do that next. But yeah, we really should play Among Us soon. Especially whenever I get the new computer. It'll be easier. War paint! Again, if you didn't see Monday's video, which I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but if you didn't, I have a heart-shaped face, so I have to highlight and contour that to what makes sense to my face shape. If you're curious about your face shape, I'm sure you could find a chart on Pinterest or Google. Cool. Usually whenever I do concealer, you're supposed to do a triangle upward, just to help, you know, blend with the eye. But I can't do that really with my birthmark, otherwise it makes the foundation look weird, so I can only do the under eye area. bro. I do have a donation link, and that's not because I want money from any of this. It's more like if things were donated, then I can do more on the channel, kind of thing. I can get better equipment and stuff. That's all. I plan on putting a panel on my About on the Twitch profile, an About panel with causes that people can donate to if they don't want to donate to the channel. And that's cool too. I am all for supporting causes. Yeah. Depends on how deep you want to get here. But for like the last 3 months, I have completely shapeshifted into a different person specifically. And loneliness has been a big thing of that. But I've learned a lot of lessons and kind of gotten more comfortable with just myself. We're going to go ahead and use the coconut blush again, by the way, for anybody watching about the makeup. We used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. But this is coconut blush. I know this looks wicked orange, but it's not. We're going to go ahead and use that blush with the Eco Tools brush. But yeah. I figured that this, like, me streaming could be a place where we could just all hang out and just chat and have fun. Smile and blush, huh? Does Eli stream on here? Eli, do you want to announce your plans? I'm not gonna out your plans. But I have mentioned on my Instagram story that I am open to doing collabs once I get my, like, move and groove, like, in a better pace almost, when things get more together. I won't be using the same products always. Like, I've switched out my foundation, I've switched out my palettes. I'll continue switching, so it's not boring. Okay. So I don't look dead. But yeah, so I'm definitely open. Yay! Okay, I don't want to say anything. It's so weird. But yeah, I definitely would love to play games with some friends on here, and so they can promote either their streams or their projects that they're working on. Because I think that's wicked cool. I'm going to use the 3 trick that I referenced on Monday. It's pretty much you make a 3 with your face and blend at the top. That way everything's at least consistent. I feel like I look like a vampire. Am I always this pale? If you ever see me look over here, computer and my iPad where I'm reading chat. That'll be fun to watch. You don't notice me. Oh my. Does anybody have any show recommendations? I was watching Big Mouth. I rewatched the whole season last week. The whole show. All 4 seasons last week. They're not long seasons though. Like, they're about 10 episodes. And they're not, like, super long either. So, if you guys have any show recommendations, I am down. Because I need something new to watch. I've been watching a lot of movies, so any movie recommendations are good too. Preferably on streaming services. Trying to bronze up my face so I don't look as much of a vampire. Prodigal Son. Ooh, if you guys have not seen Prodigal Son, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I think it's on Fox. But yeah, check out Prodigal Son. It has Jesus from The Walking Dead, if you remember him. He's like Malcolm Bright, who's the main character. Definitely check it. I am going to be probably wrapping up this stream soonish. Just because I don't want to keep you guys too long. Blend in that forehead. Or your 5 head if you have one. And if you do, it's still beautiful. Don't worry about it, but blend it in. Okay. I don't know, guys. I have to do my powder still to make sure, you know, all the fallout doesn't like streak on my face. But which palette do you guys think I should use? I have 3 here. A lot of them are like, 2 of them are kind of similar. But here's the first one. It's the NYX Modern Dreamer palette. I will say the downside of this, and especially if you saw on Monday, the downside of this is that it doesn't have a matte black. So if you're doing your eyeliner with eyeshadow, you can't use that palette unless you're using like a brown. So that's not fun. But then I also have the Jaclyn Hill palette. So that was 1. This can be 2. Got it? Memorize it? Cool. I'll show it to you again. And then I also have the James Charles palette. I just like this palette. They're all kind of similar, but different. So, Unorthodox on Netflix. I'll check that out. Put your like favorite number of palette in the chat. So here's 1. This is 1. I'll have to just use a black from another palette. Here's 2. This is more neutrals, more your everyday kind of color. And this is, I have tiny hands, I can only shuffle so much. This is 3. And I'll use whichever one you guys want. So, 3. Put your favorite number in the chat. I'll go ahead and do powder while you guys decide. Let me know if you need to see any again. But 3, pick 3, my dear one. 3. This one. You got 2 for 3. We can do that. Okay. Let me move these then. Whoop. Okay. We're gonna do the powder. And we're gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Yeehaw! It's been a long day, and I really have done nothing but prep for this stream today, really. I did have a giant paper yesterday, though. That was fun. Literature review for research. Very fun. Again, I'm doing this in accordance to my face shape, so again, you can check Google or Pinterest or whatever to figure out your face shape. Got this trick from Jaclyn Hill, where she kind of chisels her cheekbones by powder up there. But, are there any other games you guys would like to see? I'm totally cool to do whatever. Like I said, Wizard 101 is kind of like non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. That is like the one that I'm like, yes, we're doing it. We're doing that as soon as I can. But I was thinking about doing Jackbox. That could be fun. Among Us, like Eli said earlier. Any other games you guys are into recently? Okay, this is the real war paint. I promise it will not be like this for forever. Oh, I guess maybe for this part I might put on a headband just so it doesn't get all up in my hair. I gotta find my headband. There it is. I knew I moved it. So if I look like a crazy person, I am crazy, but it's just the headband. Oh boy, oh boy. My hair is in such a grow out phase. It's crazy. My. But yeah, I've been trying to think of stuff to showcase on the channel. That way it's not just always the same thing. But I think I'm going to reach out to some musician friends and see if they want to like collab on a stream and if they would like to showcase their music. I think that'd be really cool. Fellow people that want to get into streaming. I have to get used to kind of mine, but yeah. So anyway, oh hi people who just joined. We should do Overcooked 2 with D&D fam. Oh my god. That would be amazing. So I think this is Gavin and Ian who just joined. Hi! I know I look crazy. I just put a headband in. So makeup doesn't get in my hair. And I just put on powder, which is aka war paint. Hi! But yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to stream that. For those who don't know, I do play D&D with a group once a week. They are amazing people. I'm going to go ahead in with this color. It's like a beigey kind of color. I'm going to go ahead and do that as my foundation for the eyes. But I play D&D once a week, Dungeons and Dragons, and it's my first campaign. How exciting is that? Wow. Shout out to Ian for teaching me literally everything I know and for being a merciful DM. A merciful god. Last week I kept making a joke, because my character is a tiefling, so like half demon, half human. And I kept making the joke of like, our god is an awesome, great god, whatever, our god, and I kept going like, our god is an awesome god, our god, for Ian, our dungeon master. It's a really cool campaign. But yes, I would love to stream with our D&D group. We have Fern's character, one of our friends, Fern, their character, Calista, is the embodiment of chaos. So I feel like that would be actually amazing to highlight. Okay, let's go with this like mauvey rosy color. We'll put that in the crease. In the crease. How's everybody's day going now that we have some new people that joined us? How's your week going? What have you been up to? Are you working on any cool projects? I kind of wish I would have put a mirror over here so I could see how it's coming out. Even though I can kind of see in the little window and over there, but I just don't know how accurate it is. Oh, I should say as well, for those who are specifically watching for makeup or whatever, or watching this later, last time on Monday I used the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint. And though I already told you, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is a heavier foundation. That is a skin tint, which is a lighter coverage. This is more medium, full coverage. Chaotic, my test work. Blown up this... Oh man, that stinks. Well, Friday's not too far away, so I hope maybe everything comes together by the end of the week. I don't know how intense I'm going to do this makeup look today. I think we're just going to go basic again. It will not always be that way. I'm sure we could do some more intense stuff later, but since we're already towards, about an hour in, and I will wrap it up soon once I finish this, but we will do more fun looks in the future. Yay! I just kind of do makeup and so we can chat. And it fills in the awkward silences. We're gonna do a little bit on the under eye too. Smoke it out. Smoke, smoke, smoke it out. I don't know what that was. But yeah. I'm sorry it was so chaotic though. It seems like it's been a heck of a week. Like things have just... I wonder if Mercury's in retrograde. Because, I don't know. Things have just been breaking, not working. Like, as you can see, if you see a red light behind me, I turned you guys this way so you could see some cool stuff on my desk, but there's more cooler stuff on the walls, but then I wouldn't be in frame. But if you see the reddish tint behind me, I got a little cheapy LED light strip to, help the mood, help the vibe, and like the remote doesn't work, so I can only use red, which works great because it's Valentine's Day coming up. Red's fine. Red's my favorite color, but like, we're gonna have to return it. Snap, snap, snap. Ah! Thank Thank you for the follow. Okay. Anywho, sorry about that. If there's anything you guys, I keep saying it, but if there's anything you guys recommend you want to chat about, I have a bunch of stuff. I did show some stuff I thrifted and some witchy things earlier, so I'm sure you can keep an eye out for that in the future as well. Oh, and I introduced herb of the day. I did 3 herbs today, though, to start off strong. It was lavender, chamomile, and black salt. Black salt, really great, just as a general overview, not to bore people who saw it earlier. But black salt's really great for banishing negative energy and for protection. I'm going to do this on the outer crease, by the way. It's a darker mauve brown almost, and like a dark brown. Cool. Mixing those. Anywho, black salt really great for banishing negative energy, negative entities, whatever. If you're going through it, maybe look into some black salt. Chamomile, really great for calmness, happiness, protection, light energy, clarity, health. But my favorite was lavender, and that's because it's great for mental health. So if you're also really going through it, maybe lighting a lavender candle if you're not really into spirituality, or again, if you're not really into all that stuff, lavender candle, or maybe throwing some lavender into a bath. Treat yourself. Take a bath. A bubble bath. Sorry, I've been watching Big Mouth. You couldn't tell. I love your little dude, Eli. That's so cool. I gotta blend this one out a little more, it seems. I think it's coming okay so far. So it's pretty neutral. Are there any colors you guys would like to see? This is the palette that was voted on. So we're using a mauve kind of thing already. I almost wonder if we could go in with maybe a red highlight. I have a towel here if you ever see me like pat this. I'm not making a mess, essentially. I'm not. I'm thinking maybe red. What do you think? But yeah. I'll let you guys maybe put a little, I'll go ahead maybe with the red. If you guys have any colors you want to see, I'll do it like right there. But I was telling them earlier that I was thinking maybe next time I go ahead and delete the Pottermore account I have now, and we take like the quiz, all the quizzes, like the Patronus quiz. I don't know if the Patronus quiz would literally like break my computer though. The Patronus quiz, that sorting hat quiz, and like, what's the other one? The wand quiz. If we just took all those together, how cool would that be? I don't know if we should do it like based on mine, or if we should just all take it together and see what we get. Maybe we should do that. And if literally no one's here, then we just go ahead and just do mine. That's the cool thing. If you guys have any charities that you really love, feel free to put them in the chat too. I'm gonna take some recommendations on that. I definitely wanted to do Best Friend, Animal Society, the Trevor Project, and I was thinking like between 3 to 5 to put in my about panel on Twitch so people can donate there if they want. I think that'd be really cool. And eventually I would love to get to do, once more people, you know, hang out with us, I would love to do like charity live streams. I think that'd be awesome. Okay. Friends, I need your opinions. So I've gone ahead and done the red. It's not too bad. See, I feel like it's just so much. I don't know if that's just the monitor and this. I just feel like this one just packs a punch compared to this one. Who knows? But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for charities you would like to support, please let me know. I care a lot about animals, a lot about mental health, a lot about helping the homeless, helping the hungry, helping the environment. I definitely love all of those, so any recommendations along those lines would be awesome. What do you think? What do you think? I think, maybe we put a pop of purple. Do we go? It's not crazy. I feel like the John Mulaney bit where he's talking about, like, that's another thing. I'm obsessed with John Mulaney. Anytime you want to talk about that, we can. But where he's talking about the fries, where would you eat some fries if we got some fries? Oh, you would eat the fries. I'm the one who would eat the fries. But they act like it's dangerous. But it is kind of dangerous because you can't undo it. I'm going to take a pop of that dark purple and blend it into that mauve brown. I think that they would complement each other nicely. Not too much, but just a wee bit. Man, I was going to talk about Lord of the Rings, but I don't want to spoil it for you, Eli. You're going to have to watch it soon. Okay, how we like it? How we like that? Do we like it? Do we hate it? I don't know. Oh, I guess I could recommend you some other streams that I found this week that are wicked cool. One that I found, his name is Danny, and I'm sure if you look up, like, paleontology, he'd probably be the first one. I was obsessed with his stream, like, the past 2 nights. He's wicked cool. Definitely check him. Oh, my. I don't hate the purple. Whoa! That worked out nice. But yeah, even if you're not watching this live and you're just watching the VOD or something, feel free to recommend any charities you would like to see highlighted on the channel. Oh, if you could find one that helps possums, I would love that. I found, like, wildlife rescues that, like, help possums low-key, but not ones that are specifically for possums. So, if you know of one, or can recommend one, let me know. We're gonna do that. Shape that up. I think we're gonna wrap this look up and just do a shimmer real fast. You guys like this one? This is more of a pinky one. There you go. I think it would look good with the mauve and the purple and the red. Yeah? Again, if you weren't here on Monday, not flipping you off. If you're wanting to use a shimmer, it's really a lot better to use your finger. There you go. Bam! Bam! There you go. I would appreciate if you could, like, maybe send this or, like, show this or share this with any of your friends that like makeup or any of your friends that like hair and skincare or thrifting or music, because I would like to do a whole live stream where we just talk about music. I think that'd be wicked cool. So feel free to do that at any time. That way we can hang out with more people and chat with more people. I am gonna just do this real fast. We'll do my eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick, and we'll be done. I'm not doing highlighter today either. I didn't do it last live stream, but that's okay. That's fine. I already wet this prior to the stream, so we should be good. It's gonna be really fun though because I don't have a mirror. This is gonna be the part that's filled with awkward silences because I'm just doing my eyeliner. But I'll try to talk in the in-betweens, I promise. Okay, successful. I really should have worn my glasses, huh? I'm getting new glasses soon. How exciting is that? I'm very excited. My first pair of glasses in 2 years. Woo! They're not round like these ones. Look at that prescription. They're not fully round, I should say. They're kind of round. They're like round at the bottom a little bit, and then they kind of come up cat eye almost. They looked good. I'll probably get them at the end of February though, or actually get them in March. I don't know how this is coming out. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Whew, whew. That's fun. Because this is definitely... So I'm like almost wicked blind in this eye. Yeah. I need to wet this again, but... This would typically be better if I could see it more. Well, I'll just go ahead. Shape it up. I can't really tell. How do you think? Good so far? Yes? Not terrible? Not the worst? Okay. So then we literally do mascara, brush this crap off, and do some lipstick, and then I hope you've enjoyed it and had a good time. I have a lot planned for the future. As you can tell, this one's already marginally better than the last one. I have a lot planned for the future, and I'm excited. But I'm always open to ideas and recommendations and anything you guys want to chat about. I'm thinking maybe next Monday we talk about music and different bands and like recommendation stuff. What do you think? We could showcase maybe some art in the future too. We could talk to artists. I think that'd be cool. I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash. This is one of the only things, other than maybe the eyeshadow palette, that is over 20 bucks here. This one's 23, but you can get a travel size, which I wouldn't do that unless you're like needing it for excessive travel or trying it out because you don't want to create waste for the environment. But it is smart to always try it before you invest in it. So, but I like that one. I think the James Charles palette, how much was that? 30 bucks? 32? Not too bad. Morphe's palettes are fairly affordable. I'm trying to think. Jacqueline's palette, I'm gonna say both James and Jacqueline's are probably 30 to 40. But the NYX palette I think was 25. So it's really good, especially if you don't need a matte black. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, just like I did on Monday, use the e.l.f. lipstick duo. I like the darker cinnamon shades a lot of the time. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Night. Can you believe I could put lipstick on blind? Pretty impressive, no? Not too shabby. And then I'm going to go in with the light side, the day side, and use that to like highlight. And there we go. We are all done. We are all done. And I think I'm going to put on my glasses so I can actually see. Whew. There we go. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We went over a little bit, about an hour and a half rather than an hour. Most of the time we'll probably keep it to an hour if we're just chatting, maybe longer if it's a game. But I hope to see you next Monday at 5:30. come with some bands and some musicians and artists that you want to chat about, and we can chat about them. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate everyone who is able to come, or everyone who's watching this later. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you Monday. Bye! Take care!